Hey everybody, Hollywoodpizza here, and we're playing a pretty spicy one today. We're going to be playing some Fight Club. We've got Phyrexia and Obliterator, which just came out with the new set, and we're going to pair that up with some fight spells in Tail Swipe and Bushwhack. We also have some fight rigging in the deck that kind of helps set off some of our bigger spells like the Invoke or the Flesh Gorger as a 7/5. We got the Shieldred to kind of help a little bit of the middle game. Some removal spells in the cut downs and the go for the throats to help kind of like bridge the gap between the early parts of the game to the mid to later. We also have the Archfiend Draws, which is a new addition as well. It's really good with the fight rigging to help set it off pretty early. We're not playing a full set of riggings, mostly because we're trying to focus a little bit more on the Obliterator and fight style of it. But we do welcome it, considering that we're trying to just like get way ahead of our opponent and kind of just like bury them with lots of advantage with like the Invoke. Gorger just really solid. You can play it early, you can play it later. Really solid 3-drop and really solid 7-drop. Obliterator just does like a lot of work though. Definitely really integral part of the deck. For our sideboard here, we have 3 Tamiyo safekeepings. They give our permanents, or one of our permanents, hexproof and indestructible until the turn, and we gain 2 life. So we can use that to protect pretty much anything that we have in play, like the fight rigging, Obliterator, the Gorger, anything like that. We have a couple Canker Blooms, which is a new addition as well. It's really good because you can also like proliferate if you need to, like some oil counters on the draws, some +1/+1 counters on the rigging, in addition to already being able to destroy an artifact or an enchantment. A couple Choking Miasmas against fast aggressive decks. Give all creatures -2/-2, and then if you kick it, you get to pump up your team and maybe even pump it up out of range. We even have some Terra Sunders, artifacts, enchantments, and when we kick it, we can pretty much get rid of anything that's not a land. 2 Unlicensed Hearse to help against anything with the graveyard, same as these 3 Graveyard Trespassers. Just helps you kind of just like eat up the graveyard to make sure that they're not able to get their game plan going. Don't really have anything crazy for special lands. We have 8 Swamps, 4 Deathcap Glades, 4 Jungle Hollows, 4 Llanowar Wastes, and 4 Zeotor's Proving Grounds. Pretty straightforward deck. I had a lot of fun playing it. Let's jump into some games. I'm gonna be on the draw here, playing some Golgari Fight Rigging. I think we can keep this hand, it's not bad. We have a Jungle Hollow to start. There's a Vindictive Flamestoker. Yep. Just gonna play our Jungle Hollow, we get to gain a life. Looks like our opponent may be on mono red or a Rakdos deck. Yep, gonna take the 1. Looks like it's Izzet instead, going for the spells. Okay, there's our Iconoclast, but luckily we have the cut down for that, so let's kill that first. We'll represent another removal spell or something like that, and we'll pass it back. Probably try to jam this fight rigging into Shakedown Heavy. Okay, there's a Leisure Shredder and a Swift Spear, so it looks like we're going to take 2 damage here, go down to 18. And, yep. Let's play the rigging first. And we hit on, let's see. Yeah, let's go get the demon. I really want the fight spell, but we wouldn't trigger the fight rigging for 2 turns from the Obliterator. And I don't want to just like have a card that we're not going to cast on this, so. Okay, looks like we're taking a big chunk of damage here. But at least we know we'll get the Archfiend down next turn. Wow, so they get 3 1/1s here. It seems pretty good. And the opponent's pretty much out of cards, though, so that's some really good news for us. We hit an Obliterator. I think we got a Shakedown here. Put a counter on it, cast the Demon. Yep, Shredder's going to be a little bit bigger here. And we'll pass it back. So, Obliterator is looking okay. Invoke doesn't look that great because they have a lot of tokens. The main thing about Invoke right now is we're mostly just trying to burn our opponent out. So, looks like they might have an interaction spell here, maybe a bounce spell. Okay, Iconoclast, pretty scary, but we do have Obliterator. It does give them lots of things to sacrifice to the Obliterator, though, don't get me wrong. Okay, and let's go for the throat. Alright, let's play Obliterator here. We're going to attack for 6 in the air. I think we just put the counter on the Obliterator and try to get this as massive as we can. So then we can just come in for trample. And they have to find a way to block it. Okay, they're going to take the 6. We'll pass it back. So if we draw a land, we have Obliterator plus the go for the throat. That's pretty scary, though. They're going to get us down to 10 here. Opponent definitely going wide with a lot of creatures. Okay, just a land. No good attacks. We'll remove an oil counter here. Another shakedown heavy. I think we'd rather Obliterator. Put a counter here. Coming in for 13. Okay, that's fine. They block the Obliterator, and then they'll sacrifice the Flamestoker to draw 4. So they're still going to take 7 trample here. And then they lose another 2 from the Archfiend draw, so any creature that hits the graveyard, they just lose the game here. Because of the demon. So they have a lot of cards, but you know, they have to find a way to kill this demon or just get rid of it in general. Okay, research death, so they're getting a lot of tokens. The Swiss Spears are getting big, but we can block those still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they just have 6 from the other creatures. Okay, there's a lightning strike. And a land. So if they have 2 burn spells, we're actually dead here. Yep, we're going to take 3 damage, go down to 7. And our opponent has a Gleeful Demolition. Okay, that's not that bad. And yeah, I mean, they sacrifice a creature, so they actually lose 2 from the Archfiend, so our opponent actually killed themselves there. We definitely want these miasmas. Their removal doesn't really line up against us, so we're not too worried about that. Terra Sunder is just okay. We might want the Canker Bloom because it blocks well. Or maybe we do bring in the Tamios. Let's try this out. I don't really think that we have to over sideboard here. We should be okay. And yeah, it's definitely a keepable hand. I think we're going to have to replace... Well, I mean, it's tough making all the Jungle Hollows into Forest just because of Obliterator. Like, you can tell if like this was a Forest, we wouldn't really be able to cast Obliterator most of the time. Okay, Vindictive Flamestoker's fine. We have a cut down for that. I don't remember if I downloaded this, so I'm just going to download it again. And then we have this one here. So let's download this one as well. Okay. And I don't really think we need to kill that. I'd rather be killing Iconoclasts, honestly. Okay. Looks like our opponent just kept the 1 land hand, so that's definitely not going to work out for them. Okay, 2 lands now. Gonna hit us for 1, that's fine. Let's see if they play something else. If not, and we try to kill this. Yeah, we'll just cut that down. We have a Proving Ground here. We'll pass it back. They draw a blue source. Maybe they try to play like a Ledger Shredder or something like that. And then we still have the go for the throat. Yep, just going to shoot this down. They didn't have a stop, so they don't have any spell to cast. Miasma's great. Let's play Shieldred first, though, because it's
just a clock by itself. That way, if they want to draw out of this game, then the Shielder is going to deal them a lot of damage. And, yep, our opponent's going to concede it. They were a little bit mana screwed there, but we were able to take that match down. We'll see you for the next one. Alright, we got to take 2 mulligans there. Definitely not ideal. Let's put back the Invoke, and... oh, the Flesh Gorge is an early play. Alright, let's try this out. Yeah, we had to take a mulligan there a couple times, but that's okay. Let's play the Proving Grounds, tapped. And these Jungle Hollows have definitely been burning us a bit here, unfortunately. And, yep, just gotta pass. Hopefully we can top deck a land to get this Obliterator going. Alright, let's play the Flesh Gorger. Pass the turn back. Looks like our opponent's on mono green here. Okay, Bloated Contaminator's pretty good. They can crew the Bankbuster and swing, which is what it looks like is going to actually happen. No blocks here. We'll take it. Okay, we draw the land for the Obliterator. We'll attack for 3, go back up to 20. And we'll pass it back. Now our opponent, you know, even if they have a fight spell, they have to get through the Obliterator, which is gonna make them have to sacrifice all of their permanents, pretty much. We have the tail swipe here, so we're potentially going to be able to do our game plan pretty smooth here. And let's go and see what happens. Okay, looks like they're just going to Bankbuster to try to find something that answers the Obliterator. Like I said, if they fight for like 5, it's pretty much all their permanents, and we're about to hit them for 6 off the tail swipe. So yeah, you can definitely see the power of Obliterator against the aggressive decks. You know, I actually don't really think that we need to bring much in. I think that our deck's already built to beat theirs. I think we're just going to run it back and see what happens in game 2. And we're going to be on the draw for this one. We can definitely keep this hand. We'll Bushwhack for a swamp. That way we don't miss any land drops for this Invoke Despair. And we'll pass it back. We're hoping to draw an Obliterator because we have a fight spell. This is definitely the matchup where we want to see these Obliterators. And we'll just go for the Throat this first. That way they don't get any ramp. Hey, what's up, George? How's it going, homie? Good to see you. And yep, opponent just does not want to play against Obliterator. We'll see you for the next match. Alright, we get to be on the play here. We'll keep it. We got a couple Jungle Hollows to start the game off. And we'll pass it back here. And yeah, let's gain some life. We have a Thalia, so Thalia is going to be a bit problematic here, but Flesh Gorger definitely blocks Thalia really good. Looks like we're up against the Esper. Excuse me, the Esper Legendary deck. Okay, Rafine's coming down. They get to attack, that's fine. Maybe they don't want to attack because if they don't hit a card that they want to discard, then like we don't really care about Thalia. Okay. I think we don't care about Thalia regardless because we have a Phyrexian Obliterator. We'll pass it back. Let's see. Target creature you don't control. Okay. So Rafine's going to get a little bit bigger. That's fine. We still have this tail swipe. We're really hoping that they play something with big power here. So that way the damage hits the Obliterator and we're able to make them sacrifice most of their permanents. Okay, gonna take the damage. And there's a Broodal, but it's a little bit annoying because we wanted to have the Obliterator out when we fight. And we also want to kill this Rafine. But you can't always get what you want. So let's go ahead and kill this Obliterate, or the Broodal, get our Obliterator back. play another Flesh Gorger. Come in for 4, gain 4, go up to 29, and pass the turn back. We still have this Invoke. Obviously, the Ziatoras comes into play tap, so we're not going to be able to do it next turn unless we top deck an untapped land, but what we have on the battlefield is very, very menacing against what our opponent's doing, so let's hope that what we're able to do here kind of ends the game for us. Okay, gonna take a couple points here. They play AO, and we do hit the land. Yep, coming in. Okay, that's fine. Interesting. And now we just invoke. And that might end up sealing the deal for us here. They sacrifice the AO. So AO trigger goes off. Alright. Skrelv's pretty good here, actually. Giving that card's protection's pretty good. We have a Shieldred, though. So let's see if the Shieldred ends up combating what they do. Shieldred's really good against Rafine as well, so we're hoping they just tap out and then we can slam the Shieldred, or we just keep attacking with the Obliterator. Alright, able to take game 1 down. Let's see. Maybe they just have Brutal Cathars. Let's bring in all the Tamios just in case. Shave on our big cards. Do we want to cut a Bushwhack? I don't think we do. Do we want the Choking Miasma? It doesn't kill everything. I think we just try this. Like, we don't want to run a situation where they have Denick and the Ludovic or whatever it's called, and then we can't wipe the board because it's only -2/-2. We are going to be on the draw for this one here. Game 2. And yeah, I think this is actually a keepable hand. We're pretty close to just playing the Obliterator, 2 lands away from the Invoke, and we have a fight spell to make the Obliterator really, really good. So let's give that a try. And yep, just going to Jungle Hollow here. Okay. Yep. The main reason we don't want to play the Ziatoras is because we'd rather cycle it later. Okay, there's a Rafine. We can't kill that yet. But we will be able to soon. So they might just go for Brutal Cathar here. Getting rid of the heavy. That way they can keep coming in with the Rafine. But then we just play Obliterator, and if they can't kill the Obliterator, we have 2 Tail Swipes to deal with whatever it is they pretty much have in play here. So let's go ahead and just take this damage. We're probably going to discard a card. Yep, can't use the Cut Down. Yeah, Cut Down's really not good against us. Okay, there's a Steel Seraph. We'll play the Obliterator first. Coming in for 6. We might redraw here, which is nice. Okay, they're going to take it, so they go down to 14. We're still at 20. They could give the Rafine lifelink, which is obviously troublesome, but, you know, right now we really want them to tap out because we have this Obliterator. Okay, alright, so we should be good here. Yeah, I'm hoping that we're good. Hey, what's up, Pappy? Welcome back. Okay. So they can give their Seraph... They can give both of their creatures lifelink. Which is what they're doing here. 2 cards. We really want an untapped land so we can play Shieldred. Alright, but I think that they might just be dead here, so... them getting an untapped land doesn't really make me too happy, but we're gonna try. Alright, so we get to kill the first one. They have to sacrifice 3 permanents. Probably gonna sacrifice their lands here. Let's see what they sacrifice. Yeah, that's just a feel bad right there. That's just crazy. Double fight spell, lose all your permanents. Alright, gonna be on the play here with some Golgari Fight Club. I think this hand's just a little bit weak. We gotta take a mulligan here. This is a little bit better. We have the Shakedown and one of the Flesh Gorges, so I'm just gonna put a Flesh Gorger back just because the Shakedown is really, really good with fight rigging, and on top of that, the Shakedown could potentially draw some cards to get what we need, and there's the fight rigging itself, so let's pass back. Alright, looks like we're playing against another Esper deck here. I'm gonna do this because I feel like they have a counter spell here, and I'd rather them counter the Flesh Gorger. Yep, there's the Make Disappear. So I'm okay with that. Maybe they tap out now. Okay, winning announcement, yep. Seems pretty good. Archfiend of Dross is nice. Yeah, I think I fight rigging here. We'll grab the Obliterator, because that's definitely what we want to do. We'll pass it back. And we're going to hope that they play something pretty big, or maybe they pump up their token. Okay, Bankbuster's fine. We'll take the 1. And they have 2 mana open, so there's a chance that they have a removal spell here. Or maybe just a counter spell for the Shakedown heavy. We're going to run it out, though. We have a demon next. Okay. So opponent had double Make Disappear there. Let's pass it back. And do they have a rights? Okay, AO. AO's pretty scary, though. That's definitely scary. Yep, we're going to take a lot of damage here, but we really need a land. Okay, we didn't hit a land, but we do have a Dross. And we also have an Obliterator. So let's pass it back. Okay, there's the Rafine. They could attack with everyone, just that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Do they have some kind of kill spell or something here? Okay, AO's gonna die. They'll lose 2 life here. They could put 2 counters on everything. Oh, they're looking at the top 7. And they hit a Shieldred, okay. So, let's see. That comes into play tapped. We'll gain a life. Put a counter here. I'm attacking with both. Go down to 5. Just gonna try the Obliterator. They might have another counter spell. That would be their 3rd Make Disappear of the game. Okay, looks like they're gonna draw from the Bankbuster. That puts them up to 7. And they are gonna have Rafine. Maybe we wanted to fight there, but we would have lost the Obliterator. Our land coming to play tapped was, you know, a bit rough there. That's where running like the Jungle Hollows can kind of get you in trouble. But this Bushwhack's pretty good. We're definitely going to be able to do some things here. They're at 9. Go up to 11. And they're going to get to gain a bunch of life here. Just the Rafine coming in though. Okay, so they go up to 13. A land means we can invoke plus the Bushwhack, which would be phenomenal. We're going to go down to 9. That's fine. Wow, they hit a Wandering Emperor here to exile the Obliterator. That's pretty good. Yep, definitely the draw that our opponent needed. We lose an oil counter. Shakedown heavy is fine. They only have 1 mana though if we invoke. We're not going to gain any life here, unfortunately. We can't make them sacrifice enough permanents, I don't think. Let's see, that's 13. Let's attack. If our opponent takes it, they lose to the Bushwhack because their creatures die. And the Archfiend deals the last points of damage, so... yeah, they're going to take 2 here. And they have to sacrifice 2 permanents. So they're going to sacrifice both of those. And we could invoke or Bushwhack. I don't want to get blown out by Spell Pierce. So I would rather do this. There's not really like a card they could have. Yeah, and this is going to lose them the last 2 points of damage because of the Archfiend to draw, so able to get in there for lethal there in game 1. Really, really close game. What do we want to do here? So they're playing a lot of Planeswalkers. A Terra Sunder is not bad because we know that they have the Bank Buster plus the Wedding Announcement. I really like Tameo's Safekeeping here as well. I think that we want to cut a Flesh Gorger. A Bushwhack is okay. We mostly just want to shave on some cards here, I think. Let's see. Cut down. Is there anything else that we think that we want? I could see an argument for the Canker Bloom, but it's also like just a little bit too slow. Trespasser's a card. I think we'll try it like this. Alright, let's go ahead and try this out and see how we do in game 2 of this match. Gonna be on the draw. I think this is a capable hand. We have a Terra Sunder to get rid of like a Bank Buster early. And then we just have like mono 4-drops here that can just be some really big beat sticks if we need them to. I'm gonna just play the untapped land just in case, because if they play Wedding Announcement, then we're gonna want to get rid of it. Okay, no Wedding Announcement from the opponent there. We got flooded before, so let's just keep the Zeotaurus for now. It's a little bit risky, but I think it's okay. I just cycled the Rafine's Tower. We can cycle this back as well on their turn if they don't do anything. Okay, they have their own Shieldred. We're just gonna cycle this. We hit Obliterator. That's pretty good. We'll draw another Obliterator. I think we just kill the Shieldred. If we hit a land now, we can Obliterator plus the Tail Swipe, and that's going to be a massive blowout if they just tap out here. Oh, come on. We got to hit a land here. Oh, it comes into play tap, though. Ooh, that's a bit rough. Let's play Shieldred because it's a card that they have to deal with. We could play the Archfiend, but I get a feeling that, yeah, they're gonna try to kill this first. And then maybe they tap out for like a Rafine, pump this up, and then we can blow them out. Make them sacrifice almost everything here. Come on, really need them to play a card, or they hold up Emperor. Okay. Alright, we hit another land, so we're gonna play Obliterator. They can't make disappear unless they sacrifice the AO. And it looks like they are. Yeah, it looks like they are going to sacrifice the AO here, so a little bit unfortunate. We cannot pay for this anymore. But they only have one card. They can't use the Bank Buster right now. I think we're like in okay shape, even though we're at 12. Ooh, but unfortunately they hit a Shieldred here. That's a really good draw from our opponent. We're at 12. I mean, we're pretty close to just dead here. Alright, Rafine's pretty good. It's going to gain him some more life. And we're probably going to take 5 here. And unfortunately, the Tail Swipe actually doesn't kill the Shieldred anymore because of the counter. So the Obliterator play doesn't win us the game outright. That's pretty good, though. But if we wanted to Tail Swipe first on the Rafine, I guess we can main phase it. We can main phase the Tail Swipe, and then we can kill the Shieldred. But we might end up just being dead here. So let's main phase it. Can't kill the Rafine. Okay, gonna draw off the Bank Buster. So they go up to 26 here. We trade. They have to sacrifice 6 permanents. Or excuse me, 5 permanents. So, yep. Gonna get rid of most of their land. Yep. So Rafine's gonna try to come in here. Okay, they have another land. They're gonna hit us for potentially 2 damage. Alright, there's that Farewell going to the graveyard. We have Dross. Does Dross resolve? It does. We're just gonna pass because we want to kill the Rafine when they tap out for the Bank Buster draw. We don't want to get blown out by some random counterspell here. We'll pay it. We'll kill the Rafine. They lose 2, go down to 24. They draw, so they could still have some land drops here. They could still be in the game. Yep, and they do, but they don't have anything yet. Okay, we hit a land. We'll play the other draws just in case. I think we have to come in for 6. Like, we have to try to kill our opponent here. They might have a kill spell, plus a crew would kill us. I think that's the chance we gotta take now, though. You know, we can still go to game 3 if we lose this one. And there's the Bank Buster token. And they're just gonna pass it back. So definitely in some trouble here. Let's attack for, well, they probably have a Wandering Emperor. But I think that's fine because we have the Invoke Despair, so if they do tap out for the Wandering Emperor. Yeah, and they're gonna get rid of the one with more counters. Yep, gonna exile that one. Bit unfortunate here for us, but we have this Invoke. So we hit them for 6. And then now we can just play Invoke Despair. So they have to sacrifice their creature and the Wandering Emperor. We deal them 2. Well, 4 because the token's gonna die. And then, are they gonna crew here? Interesting, okay. Maybe that means that they have a Shieldred? We have a Safekeeping, okay. Let's pass it back, holding up the Zeotor's Proving Ground. Getting real close here. There's a Rafine. And, yep, gonna pump that up. Yep, gonna go down to 1 here. We draw. Ooh, we just have a shakedown heavy. Let's scry. We hit a swamp, so unfortunately we're gonna lose our Archfiend here. Yeah. Needed another removal spell for the Archfiend itself. Got really close there, but weren't able to kind of seal the game. Let's try it out. Bring it on back. We're going to be on the play this time. We have a lot of big threats. Right now, at the end of the day, we're mostly just hoping to have kind of like a little bit of a curve out hand. Maybe like a Bushwhack, go get a land, go for the throat, one of their early plays, and start playing our 3-drops into our 4-drops. That's definitely like the ideal situation. We'll go and see what they got here, though. We're going to be on the play this time, which is really nice. Okay, on the play. And we did hit that Bushwhack plus one of our 3-drops, but hand is just a little bit weak. I think we'll take the mulligan. Alright, we can definitely keep this hand. We'll put back one of the Bushwhacks. And we'll play a Bushwhack on turn 2 to go get one of our lands, unless we draw it. Okay, we did not draw lands, so let's go get one. Get that swamp. We'll play it and pass. We have a fight rigging on turn 3. If they tap out, if not, then we're not going to do anything. Yep, looks like they're not. We're not going to do anything. We don't want to get blown out by Make Disappear here. We know that they play it. If they play Rafine, we can just kill it. Okay. And we're still just going to pass. Yeah, we really want them to tap out. We don't want to just run our cards and do a counterspell here. Siphon Insight's pretty interesting, though. It's a really good value card for them. And unfortunately, we draw a tap land. Yep, just gonna try. Yep, let's try to get a counterspell to their hand. And maybe they... Or maybe like a removal spell, that'd be fine too. Okay, just Siphon Insight flashbacked here. Okay, so they get one of our cards again. No removal yet, which is really good. If they tap out, we can go for the fight rigging, but yeah, they have a go for the throat here, so it seems pretty unlikely. They still have 2 mana up, so they could have a Make Disappear. I think that we have to go for the fight rigging in case they do have the Make Disappear. We don't want to get blown out by having one of our 4-drops get counterspelled here. Christmas, dropping the bit. Thank you so much for that. And let's go ahead and grab this Invoke here. Can we get a shout out for Christmas, please? Let's get that Invoke. That way, if we get the dross down, we're able to kind of just go off a little bit here. Much love, homie. Really, really appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. And opponents definitely think about whether or not they want to tap out. They're not going to tap out yet. We, unfortunately, are not hitting lands here. So... yeah, we're gonna go get the mana. Obviously, we want to use that with the Obliterator, but we're just getting blown out here by this potential Make Disappear that they have. There's a Wandering Emperor. We get a token. Okay, get another Samurai. And we're just gonna kill it. We're gonna kill the other Samurai. Or Dennick? Yeah, let's kill Dennick because they gain life. We don't want them gaining too much life here. They still have 4 cards in hand. We'll see if they have the Make Disappear. Casualtied would be their best answer for this Archfiend. Well, Shakedown Heavy's pretty good too. Archfiend's a real clock though. And either way, we can only pay 2 more mana, so if they do have to make disappear with sacrificing the Samurai, the Shakedown would get countered anyways. I'd rather the Archfiend get countered, so that way we don't just lose to it, because we don't have, we use 2 Go for the Throat, so it's going to be a lot harder to kill this card. And we'll find out if they have the removal now. Or maybe they're just waiting for the free spell that we cast. We have a 3-turn clock with this Archfiend, so let's cast this Invoke. And let's see if they let it resolve. They might still have the Make Disappear here. Looks like they do. The cards are definitely lighting up. So they have something here. Yep, looks like it is that Make Disappear that we've been trying to play around for most of the game. Yep, there's that Make Disappear. So they lose 2 life. That's the best part about this. Fortunately, we don't have a land to play this Shakedown Heavy as like a backup, so we're still forced to just have 1 threat at a time, and our fight rigging is definitely a little bit weaker right now just because we had to go through all this. And we'll pass it back. See if they have a kill spell here. Looks like they do. Yep, go for the Throat. So we still have Obliterator. We still have Shakedown Heavy if we draw land. We'll be able to cast both of those in the same turn. Obliterator is pretty good still. It's a card that they will eventually have to block. Especially if we start attacking like the Wandering Emperor. Okay, there's the Dennick out of the graveyard. That's fine. 3/2 flyer. Seems fine. They can make it a 4/3 here off the Wandering Emperor. Yep. And we're going to play our Obliterator first. We did draw the land, so let's Obliterator. Okay, no counter spell yet. Shakedown Heavy. There's definitely a stop, so they might just have removal here. I think it's just the other Make Disappear. Nope, there's a Go for the Throat for the Phyrexian Obliterator. They will get to make a Clue token here, and we get a Shakedown Heavy to resolve, but right now the Shakedown Heavy isn't really doing it as much damage as we want it to. Just because, you know, the best thing about Shakedown with the fight rigging is you get to play something for free. Right now we're definitely in a little bit of trouble because our opponent has more cards than we do, so... And they're going to get to gain a couple points to life here off that Dennick or more because of the Rafine pumping it up. Looks like we're going to take potentially 5 here. Okay, they just discard a land though. We have a lot of cards in our deck that are really good draws here. Invoke would be nice. Even though they're sacrificing creatures that they don't care about. Obliterator's fine. I think we have to attack with the Shakedown though. Let's put a counter on the Obliterator. That way it can take more damage eventually. Let's attack the Wandering Emperor. They might untap it. If they do, we get to draw a card. Okay. So looks like they're going to double block our Shakedown Heavy. Or just let the Emperor die. That's fine too. We might be dead to flyers here, in all honesty. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, gonna attack with the Rafine and the Dennick. Gonna pump up the Rafine. Potentially, they could still just discard some lands. Yeah, it looks like they got rid of 2 lands there, so we go down to 11. We have another fight rigging. I think we'll just play that. See if they have a response for us. We have 4 mana, so even if they sacrifice a creature to the Make Disappear, we'll be able to pay for the fight rigging. Okay, fight rigging is going to come down. We hit a Flesh Gorger. We're going to put both counters on Obliterator. We're at 11. Cast this for 0. Yep, Make Disappear not helping right now. I think we just attack for 8. Coming in for 8 trample. Okay, they just have another Wandering Emperor, unfortunately. And, yep, just going to pass a turn here. Still have a Flesh Gorger that could potentially gain us a lot of life. Our opponent just has a lot of card advantage with these Siphon Insights. Even if they get some random cards that aren't necessarily their strategy, they're still just getting a lot more cards than we have right now. What we have is just what we have on the battlefield, and that's kind of it. And they have their own Obliterators, so obviously that's going to be really, really tough for us to get through. Unless we have like a Demon or anything like that. And our opponent's going to come in for some damage here. Gonna pump up the Rafine. And we're gonna take 7, go down to 4. They have 1 card left. Well, 2. Unfortunately, we draw a land here. That's not really gonna do anything for us, so